Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Friday, March 6, 2026. Well, in the pre market this morning, stock index futures are down across the board. Commodities are trading higher, with crude oil up around $5 right now in the pre market. Now we have some huge economic numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning. We've got payroll numbers and we've got retail sales, and those two numbers could certainly help change the direction of the market on Friday morning. Now, on Friday mornings, I like to go in and print off some weekly charts just to see how the market's looking from a longer term point of view. And it's certainly looking bearish right now with the VIX up nearly 20% this week. We've been on a weekly buy signal for over a month now, and that, of course, put a major cloud over the stock market. So here we are trying to break out above the highs from late 2024. Now, the S&P 500 is starting to trade below the lower channel line. It has not closed below it as of Thursday's close, but that could certainly happen on Friday and give us a weekly sell signal. Joining the NASDAQ 100 that has been on a weekly sell signal for a month now. Then looking at the Russell 2000, we've made our way all the way down to the lower channel line. So there's a possibility of a weekly sell signal depending on how Friday turns out. And we're also looking at weakness in the semiconductors down 3.42%, trading down to the lower channel line. Now, the Canadian market is down on the week, still holding up fairly well, still trading above the upper channel line. We're seeing continued strength in the energy sector, up nearly 2.5%. We are starting to see some weakness in the financials. And then, of course, we've seen lots of weakness in the gold sector this week, down over 11%. Now, the price of crude oil is up over 5% this week. It's continuing to move higher on Friday morning. Gold is up in the pre market this morning, but not enough to erase the $169.20 loss so far this week. We are still trading and closing above the upper channel line, so not concerned about a potential sell signal this week. Now, we've also seen a pop in Bitcoin this week and currently trading and closing above last week's high. That could change on Friday. We're down a little over $3,000 in the pre market on Friday morning. Now, getting back to our regular daily charts and starting off with the VIX for the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell all moved up on Thursday. They didn't take out the recent high. There is the VIX for the S&P, and you can see we ran up to the November high and pulled back. And we'll be looking to see if we can take that out. Of course, that would be bearish for stocks. We'd be looking for a big move to the downside. We're going to be watching for sell signals on our charts, but the market is really going to be looking for a breakdown below the 200-day moving average, and we're not going to be seeing that on Friday. Now, what worked yesterday? Well, it looked like the market was doing some bottom feeding, looking at some bargains in the tech sector. The Canadian infotech sector was the big winner in percentage terms in North America on Thursday, and it was helped out by Constellation Software, Shopify, and OpenText finally jumped in. In the U.S., it was software stocks were the big winners on Thursday, even in a down market. And there is Salesforce, Intuit, Adobe Systems all moving up on Thursday. Adobe's got a nice open gap there that could get filled on Friday. And Microsoft was also up on Thursday. And we also saw some action in the cybersecurity world. There's CrowdStrike and Fortinet both up nicely on Thursday while the market was heading lower. So there's some people willing to do some bargain hunting, some bottom feeding at the moment, and we'll have to see if that can continue. And of course, if the market's going to start moving sharply lower, then these gains could get wiped out fairly quickly. But people are currently willing to take a chance on the software and cybersecurity sectors of the market. Now, looking at the Canadian market, the iShares for the TSX 60 closed just in the channel, as did the Vanguard Canada ETF. We're looking for a close on Friday below $68.32, and we closed at $68.33 yesterday. So any lower close today would give us a sell signal in the Canadian market. Small caps back on a sell signal as of Thursday's close. We needed a close below 35.88. We got a close of 35.56. Now, the energy sector is still holding up. It closed slightly higher yesterday, just under 1%. The financials were down on the day, a little over 1%. And then we had the banking sector. We need to close on Friday below $60.78, and we closed at $60.94. So we could see a sell signal in this ETF on Friday. And then the gold stocks, unfortunately, continued lower on Thursday by 3.44%. Let's finish off this morning's presentation, taking a look at the world of commodities, starting off with the USO, making a new high yesterday. We had gasoline moving up in sync. Then we had natural gas up on the day, still holding a buy signal. No joy for copper coming into Friday's trading action. The GLD traded below the lower trend line yesterday, but did not close below it. We are trading slightly higher on Friday morning. Not expecting a trend change for palladium, platinum, or possibly silver on Friday. Silver is trading up slightly in the pre-market. Might not be enough to generate a buy signal on Friday. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. It looks like the market wants to do some selling at the open, but it's got to get over those big numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning, which, could accelerate the market to the downside, may have no effect at all, or could bring the market back from its selling and flip it over to being net buyers in the pre-market. We'll just have to wait and see. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. If you're a member, I'll have a video out on Sunday. If you're not a member, then I'll be back to speak to you on Monday morning, and we'll take a look at the most actively traded stocks from Friday's trading action.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.